This video tutorial will demonstrate how to utilize the multiple monitors that are now standard in all Webster Central School District classrooms. The first thing that I would like you to do as part of this tutorial is on the keyboard, I'd like you to find the Windows icon key, which is located next to the control button in the bottom row. Once you have located that, I would like you to press that along with the letter P button, which in Windows is a shortcut to project. You will notice that on my screen there were four options that came up. There is PC screen only, duplicate, extend, and second screen only. PC screen only, if you are using your laptop screen, your 22-inch monitor, as well as the Dell board or SmartBoard, will shut off the Dell board or SmartBoard and only allow you to see the images and utilize the desktop that's located on your laptop screen or the 22-inch monitor. In duplicate mode, when you click on that, what that means is that all three of your screens will look exactly the same, as you can see both of mine do currently right at this second. Now, the one mode that I like to use a lot to help with efficiency is the extend mode. Extend mode in the classroom will allow you to utilize a Dell board and SmartBoard for student activities, and then those times where you have to send a quick email, check your attendance, get ready for the next instructional activity that's coming up, will allow for that. So now, in order for me to move on this project screen to extend, I'm going to just either click down once to extend and then hit enter, or I'm going to take my mouse, hover over extend, and then left click once. Now, what you will notice when I just clicked extend is that my two screens that are in front of you just changed. The screen on the left now mirrors my exact desktop that was available prior to me switching from duplicate mode, where everything was identical, over to extend mode. So what I'm going to do is show you the efficiencies that can be used with having multiple screens on your desktop. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up a Chrome browser, and you'll notice that in my Chrome browser that in extend mode right now, on one of the screens, I can only see the My Recordings page from Screencastify on the left, while my desktop background still remains on the screen on the right. I'm going to just go to a Google page and close out of these other tabs just for demonstration purposes. You notice that right now I still have nothing on the right. So if I needed to go to Infinite Campus on this screen, it still remains the same. So now, say if I wanted to go over to have the students do another activity on the Dell board, and say I wanted to have them watch a YouTube video, or say go to channel 13 and read a news article about happenings in our area. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open up a new tab, and I can either do two things. I can either go to the URL that I'd want to, or the folder, and we'll show you that in a second, or the second thing I can do is I can take the tab that says New Tab and drag that over to the screen that just currently has the my desktop background. So how am I going to move that tab over? What I'm going to do is I'm going to left click with the mouse where it says New Tab. I'm going to hold down the left click button. I'm going to click, drag all the way over to the right, and then drop. Once it drops, you'll notice that I have all my access. So if I wanted to go and use ClassFull, which is a great program to be able to write on Dell boards or smart boards, I can go over here and I can begin the work. But what you'll notice is that my two screens are completely different. If this screen right here that has ClassFull on it was also on the Dell board or smart board, you'll notice that the students cannot see the Infinite Campus screen that's been brought up. Now, from this point, I can do any of my work. If I wanted to be able to write on the board, I can do that as well. As you can see, I can continue to do that, and it doesn't affect my main screen. Now, if I wanted to just close this out, what happens, you'll notice, is that tab is no longer there, and it returns back to my main background image. I am still in extend mode. Now, Say if I wanted to open up a file out of my H drive, I can still do that, or your Google Drive. I can go down here. I'm going to go to my Google Drive file stream and just pull up something out of there. Say if I wanted to show everybody how to log into the BYOD network for the summertime when we did training, I can open that and I can click and drag it over in this area. The same would be true for your H drive if you wanted to open something. So you'll notice that all I'm doing is I'm clicking and dragging. So on this tab, once again, I'm clicking my left mouse button down and holding it, dragging and dropping. Now, if I wanted to drag this back to my other screen, I'm going to do the exact same steps. I'm going to click and drag, but I'm going to drag now to the left. With your smartboard, since you will have 3 screens, you are going to just continue to drag to the right until you see that whatever you are dragging appears on that screen. So once again, I'm going to minimize this, and I'm going to go back to my screens that you'll notice look very, very different. They both have the background image, but you'll notice that one of the screens has all of my icons that I utilize all the time, and the other screen is just my background image. So once again, I'm going to click the Windows P button, and we'll talk about the second screen option that we haven't discussed yet. The second screen only option represents the ability to have what's on your main computer screen, your laptop screen, your 22-inch screen, not be there, but only show up on the Dell board or SmartBoard. Personally, I don't think this is a great option, and because it is very tricky to find that second screen once you have selected that option. So once again, there are 4 options with the project mode that we have found by clicking on Windows P. There's the PC screen only, the duplicate mode, the extend mode, which once you get comfortable with, and the second screen only. Now, one of the things that I'm going to recommend, once in a while, Windows gets a little goofy, and you might go from duplicate to extend mode, and it might change your settings. There will be a video that follows this that shows you some additional advanced features that will allow you to make additional choices with the Windows project mode. But as always, if you have any questions regarding how to project, please feel free to contact Brian Zimmer. Along with this email will be a handout tutorial on how to do these following steps. We hope you have a great day, and let us know if you have any questions.